Welcome to Seeing This. And have you seen this? This is the first episode of season 2, baby. We made it through the first season. Great job, Erica. Great job, Adrian. Great job, me. I am the movie mama, Michael Ornelas, the feisty picey Erica McMullen, and the Gerber baby-faced assassin, Adrian Cedeno, on the call today. And we are celebrating 50 years of Jaws. How old does everybody feel?
Crazy.
Yeah, thankfully Jaws was hit the big screen again, so it was the first time I got to watch it on the big screen. I don't know, did you guys get a chance to hit the theater for this?
I did not, and I'm really upset that I didn't. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. Listen, seems like they're releasing a lot of these older films back in theaters. Hopefully they'll do it for the 75th, and we'll all be alive still doing this podcast, right? So let's jump into Jaws, 50th anniversary. Go ahead. You have a question, comment from the classroom.
I just want to formally apologize to my 7th grade science field trip when we went to Monterey Bay, and I thought it was a good idea to bring this movie.
Ooh. Like on the drive or something? Like you watched
on
it?
The bus ride up, because I don't know if you know this, it does have a PG rating. It's not PG-13. So as we are on our way, and kayaking in the Monterey Bay is on our list of things to do. Mind you, I didn't realize how populated the area is with great white sharks.
Oh my God. So you traumatized the whole generation of kids.
I just want to apologize to my 7th grade science classes.
Fair enough.
That was, in fact, all my fault.
I mean, listen, when Jaws came out, it was such a hit and such a horror that people legit to this day won't go into the ocean because of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get into that. Adrian, tell us what Letterboxd says about this. Director, cast, what do we got?
Yeah, we got Jaws, 1975, directed by Steven Spielberg. The terrifying motion picture from the terrifying #1 bestseller. When the seaside community of Amity finds itself under attack by a dangerous great white shark, the town's chief of police, a young marine biologist, and a grizzled hunter embark on a desperate quest to destroy the beast before it strikes again.
I love it. I love it. And who plays these characters?
All right, so we got Roy Scheider. Is that how I say it?
Roy Scheider,
Brody. Robert Shaw was Quint. Richard Dreyfuss as Hooper. Lorraine Gary as Ellen Brody. Murray Hamilton as Vaughn, the mayor. Mayor
Vaughn, yeah.
Mayor Vaughn. And then we
the
got
real villain.
Yeah. Well, we'll start there. We'll kick off there. The first category, as always, for our anniversary episodes is the Will Smith at the Oscars. Does this still slap? I like to think this is a resounding yes.
Absolutely.
Adrian, you with it?
I mean, yeah, the graphics and the shark aren't even the one that's not Bruce, the tiger shark that they catch in the beginning. Even that shark just drove me crazy. It just doesn't look realistic at all.
You're talking about the shark that they caught? Like the one that...
And then they end up
that's going to be
dissecting it. The dissection actually looked really good and cool. I was like, ooh, okay. But
I hate to break it to you, and we'll get to this. Maybe this is your hot take, but it was a real shark. The tiger shark was one of the real sharks. And
dried up for a little while. That's why it was all wrinkled.
The Bruce, as you referred to, is what Spielberg referenced the mechanical shark, in homage to his lawyer. I think it looks fucking incredible for 1975. So many of the shots, the action shots, feel like that's a real big ass shark. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I like that action shot when they first see the little boy get eaten, and his first realization that zoom in and out of the frame. It was crazy because it gives you that feeling man, his whole world flipped right now.
I mean, I think this is the perfect. I don't know if I want to say perfect, but it's one of the greatest ocean horror films of all time. I mean, there are times where you're in there and you're you know what happens, right? You've seen the movie and your heart still is racing.
100%, yeah.
It does a really good job of putting you in these positions where you're like, I don't know how I would feel being in the same position as these people right here.
Not just, ocean horror, but like daylight horror, like daytime horror. I think oftentimes we think more recently of like Midsummer, which is, kind of a horror. It's a bit of a cult horror, if you will. And we often think like, oh, this is one of the rare like horror in the daylight. But Jaws, the majority of this movie is in daylight, specifically when we deal with the shark, except for the opening scene where I think her name was Chrissy. Gets eaten, and the movie opens like a typical horror movie, like a bunch of friends around a campfire, a couple lovebirds run off,
drunk,
and then they're killed, or at least one of them. Drunk lovebirds. Right. Well, I'm going to take that as majority rules. Yes, this movie still slaps. The Gladiator 2 unnecessary sequel. What happens in the sequel? Well,
there are plenty to choose from.
There's Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws the Revenge, which is often considered the worst. Do you guys have any other type of sequel ideas? I have a prequel.
You know what? I think maybe like a Chief Brody prequel.
Oh, interesting.
Of where like maybe similar scenarios that he's been in, maybe
like
just
before he moved.
Yeah, before he moved.
Like his trauma, why he's scared of the water.
Or I would even be interested in seeing like Hooper's origins, because we know that he's like this trust fund baby, and that's like kind of what we get. But it'd be very interesting to see him like in that setting versus like he kind of feels comfortable with Brody and with what's space as
Quint.
they're on as they're on the boat, even though there's animosity and stuff going on, he still feels really like useful with his hands.
Right.
Versus it would be like really interesting to see him like in like as a marine biologist like beforehand, you know what I mean?
I had a similar prequel idea, but specifically for Quint, and it's him on the USS Indianapolis, right?
Yeah,
because he tells that story when they're comparing scars, and then he goes into, oh well, this one I was on the Indianapolis, right? Let's make it a TV show, right? Let's make it a high prestige TV show, and we go to all three of their backstories. I like that. It might be necessary. That
would be cool. Like if it's like a 3-part series and it's like each of their
3 episodes each or something.
3 episodes. Or I was just gonna say 1 episode each. It's like an hour and 20 each.
Okay, we can do it either way.
You don't need that much
let's
time,
spread it out. Let's spread the wealth. Let's do like 12 episodes, 4 episodes each character, and then blend it. Yeah.
It's for my attention span, you guys.
Okay, we'll make it 9 each episode, act 1,
80,
act 2, act 3.
80 minutes flat. Perfect.
25-minute episodes. It's fine. Okay, next we have the Whip Whitaker from Flight No Fly Zone. What hasn't aged well? Anything stick out to you guys?
I mean, there's something that I would never do that was in this movie. And I don't, it's not necessarily like a time thing. I just think you should never go skinny dipping in the ocean. Ever. Never do it. So
because
what do you mean?
Public service announcement.
Yeah, something just makes me feel a little more comfortable about having like some shorts, some trunks.
But water and everything is still going.
Sure, whatever. It just makes me feel a little more comfortable. I would never go skinny dipping. I thought of it over and over again. Like, am I crazy for this? And I asked Rosalind, like, is this weird? And she was like, no, for sure. Like, that makes sense. Like it's just some type of a filter, like I don't know.
What's your PSA, Erica?
No, that's his PSA is don't go skinny dipping in the ocean.
I wonder if it's as popular now as like, let's say in the 70s or 80s. I don't know. I hear it referenced. I hear people talk about it, but who actually does it? I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
In a lake.
Are you a skinny dipper?
I don't necessarily. In a lake? I mean, I've done a nude polar plunge, like, but that was like with friends during the daytime. It was terrible. But I was like during the daytime. Like I think maybe like the night factor definitely comes into it. I wouldn't get into the ocean period at night, like ever.
That's fair.
Unless I was like on a guided, like to see the manta rays, like during
people.
night, because they have like you can do like night snorkeling with.
Even then, I'd
like
probably
manta
wear
rays,
some
but,
underwear
like, I never
under
go by
the wetsuit, just to be safe.
Sure. I mean, the water is terrifying, especially when you can't, like, it's too deep or too dark where you can't see. Like I swam I've swam in some cenotes in Mexico, and like you get to a point where like it's an underwater cave, and it's like, fuck, what's in there? You know what I
My
mean?
panic takes over. I thought I was seeing piranhas.
Godzilla is in there.
They're not even that kind of fish, but
Yeah,
like
I was
piranhas could be in here.
panicking,
Godzilla for sure. That's a good one. I had Mayor Vaughn. He's smoking in the hospital.
Yeah, that was just him in general. Is just he's just such a problematic person.
Well, let's be real. Keeping the beach open to make money ages well. That's still something that fucking people are doing. I think maybe one other thing, and maybe this comes to my hot take later, is like, sorry, my glasses keep fogging up. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of hot in here.
So hot.
It's all this Jaws talk. It gets me hot and bothered. Skinny dipping and Jaws. What a combo. Maybe I could do it without my glasses. Let's see. So the pacing of the movie.
I'm sorry. It just looks like you can't see us.
Oh, really? It's already.
Like,
I don't even know what's happening.
You're kind of already squinting.
Okay. Well, Quint,
sorry,
Squint, you know,
so
in honor of Quint. Okay. Here we go.
That'll be a blooper. We should make a blooper reel.
It all stays in at this point. You know what I mean? I hardly edit anything out unless Adrian says something that'll get us canceled. Whoa. The pacing in the first half of the movie is it takes a little while. Once they get on the orca, like the three of them get on the orca, like we're off and running, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's not necessarily a no-fly zone. The M. Night Shyamalan twist ending. What is a twist ending you guys would have liked to see in Jaws?
I would like to see an even bigger shark, like Megalodon, like when they have the 3 barrels on him and they're like almost getting him to the boat, and like all of a sudden Megalodon grabs him and now takes them all under. That'd be good.
The boat,
like the
shark.
Meg, literally like the end of the Meg.
Yeah. You have anything, Erica?
I think it would have been really crazy if all 3 of them died, but like with the shark as well. So like the shark, spoiler alert, the shark explodes, but like the whole boat goes up and they all die. Like that would have been like, oh fuck.
I mean, we'll get to it, but like when Quint dies, it kind like, especially if it's your first time watching, you're like, oh shit, like anyone's fair game here. Like anyone can die if Quint's dead. Like he's the fisherman, he's the expert hunter.
Was so tragic too, to like have him be the one to have to die by the shark. Like it just was like, if you just think about his last moments alive, you just, what is going on in his head right now? Because I know it's just
what a way to go. What a way to go.
How the fuck did this happen?
He avoided it one time.
I mean, that's right. Mine was kind of along the line of yours, Adrian. And to be honest, Spielberg actually initially wanted to have this ending where after Brody kills Bruce and he blows up, and he's like, you know, that shot with him leaning on the sinking ship is fucking awesome. Like he's, you know, the way he's laying. But after he kills the shark, you just see like 1, 2, 3, like a bunch of shark fins just surface to the water. Boom, cut to black. You know what I mean?
And why is that not realistic, Michael?
Why?
Because sharks are solitary creatures.
Okay, well, listen, the sharks don't get as big as Bruce either, but you know,
not
and
true.
Megalodon,
25-footer.
I refuse to believe that, dude. I refuse to believe they don't get that big.
Oh,
All right, the record for the biggest great war.
21 feet, 23
that's
feet.
my 21 feet, 6.4 meter. Fuck, that's big.
Yeah, dude, you're only 4 fucking feet away from the shark in Jaws. Like that doesn't really make
21-foot shark. That's nuts. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Okay, well, let's move on.
That's like the entire size of like our living room. Like
just a shark. Yeah. Like I've swam with whale sharks in the Philippines, and those are like school buses, but they're not aggressive, right? But like even seeing that coming at you with its big ass mouth is like, if it wanted, you're not for you, Adrian. You're out.
I've gone snorkeling. That's about it. I'm not going like sharks.
It's my dream to swim with some sharks.
I mean, the whale sharks were dope. Like you'd love it, Erica. It's pretty dope.
Well, like the scary ones too.
Oh, okay. Hooper in your cage.
In my younger days. In my younger days.
Every time we do it.
No Country for Cold Takes. Hot takes. What's your hot take about Jaws?
I mean,
anything?
I don't like that in the first kill, the intro where they're skinny dipping and he eats the girl. It's just
She broke her ribs during that.
I know, but
she
that
did.
is
she
nowhere,
had people pulling her in different directions.
Nowhere near realistic. Like, when would a shark kind of pull you from one side and then pull you to the next side? Like, it's just gonna pull you down and like start gobbling on you. It's more realistic to, if you're getting pulled from side to side, it's a frenzy, like multiple sharks pulling on
quicker.
you, right? It's not just one
Erica
shark
said
going
there's
like
only
this,
one shark at a time.
You know?
Yeah. Solitary creatures.
So is that a nitpick or a hot take?
I mean, I think it's a hot take because everybody loves Jaws. Like, everything is accurate. They did all this research. Nat Geo's involved and blah, blah, but it's like, it's not.
I got a hot take.
What's your hot
Let's
take?
hear it.
One of Chief Brody's sons should have died. That's my
What's
hot
the
take.
kid? The kid's name is Michael, I think.
Michael,
right?
yeah. There's
Yeah.
Michael's his older son, and then I don't remember what the
Sean?
younger son is.
Well, one of them almost dies, but the other guy that's like, "Hey, you guys all right?"
Yeah.
just
Are
gets
you guys
taken
doing
out by the
okay
shark.
over there?
Yeah. He got
Oh,
taken, so it should have been one of the kids also. That's fair.
Mm.
That's fair.
Maybe that hasn't aged well either. Like, I would never, like, we used to be able to walk around the corner, like go to school by myself, but I would never let my 7-year-old daughter, like, much less go down the street to the neighbor's house to play, then go hop in the boat with your friends and go in the middle of
But
the,
that's part
like,
of the culture.
Yeah, they're like,
That's definitely
Can't
like
have
a
an age
boat
well.
town culture. Yeah.
Sure. I guess mine is that before we get to the orca, like the orca scene where they're on the boat and they kick off, it's probably a 3 to 3.5 star movie. You know,
I mean,
like
yeah, you do have like important parts to it, but there's also like some really like, okay, this is dragging on and we don't need this for like another 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's well done, but like so there's two areas where it really picks up. When we get introduced to Quint and he's like on the chalkboard, you know, with the nails,
Yeah.
like it's like a boost of energy when he shows up and introduces who he is, and I'll hunt the shark for you, I'll kill it, you know. And then when they go on the boat, it's like, all right, we're in 6th gear going full pedal. But all right, well, we will now go to the Winona Ryder. I'm stealing this. Best prop or clothing you would want to take from the set. Adrian, what do you got? You like? I feel like there's a lot of different things you would have liked in this.
Yeah, there was. I got two on my mind. Like, one of the harpoons, like the one that's like pulled out of a little suitcase and puts it all together. That one was pretty cool. Or Hooper's glasses. Like, I've never seen glasses that, like,
oh, how funny,
curve and
that
like hook around. They were just like wire with like actual lenses, like no frame. I kept seeing him like fix them around his ears, and I just noticed them, and I don't know why. I was like, oh, those are kind of cool.
You take those. Okay. We know how you feel about guns, because anytime there's a gun in a movie, you're like, I'll take that.
I'll grab that.
I'll take that one. Erica, what would you take?
And I think this is just like purely for like a nostalgia thing, but like, the Welcome to Amity sign.
Oh, sure.
With
That's
the population on the bottom. Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know where I would put it, but I'm taking Bruce. I mean, the mechanical shark. I don't know where I'd put it if I had more space, but dude, how dope would it be to like say, I've got the shark from fucking Jaws? Probably doesn't work now, but
it'd be cool a lot cooler if it did.
Yeah,
exactly. Somebody get on there and be like, see if you can hold on.
Well, apparently, George Lucas had gone to set to check things out, and like he had put his head in the shark, and Spielberg, as like a prank, closed it, but he actually got stuck in the shark for a while, and then the shark proceeded to like break. So yeah, that's good thing it doesn't work now. All right, so the Castaway recasting. Who would you recast in this role? I gotta say, this is the first movie for me. I think it doesn't need any recasting. Everyone's perfect. What do you think?
I mean, you can maybe throw in somebody else as the mayor, just because I feel like anybody could really play a piece of shit like he did. Um,
Okay.
but I really like the way like he also plays kind of like this cluelessness, like I need to just act clueless to what I'm doing and nobody will fault me. And I think he does a really good job at that. So I kind
Yeah.
of agree with you. I don't think that there would be anybody like that I would think to put in this
In
movie or
place.
change up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adrian, anyone?
I always have a
Your
hard
favorite
time with
category?
this, yeah. But when I was looking at it, I naturally was picking like okay, like the John Leguizamo Award, like a Latino. But
Well, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
I know. But either way, like I had two Latinos that I would change, so I
Okay.
guess we could use one for recasting.
Okay. What do you
But it would
got?
be for the mayor. Like he wouldn't have been old enough, but I would have said like maybe a Benjamin Bratt. Like could have been like a
Mm.
sophisticated, wearing like a nice suit on a beach. But at the same time being that
Like,
like I
doesn't
gotta
actually,
focus.
like, live in Amity, like, lives out of town, but,
In
like
the suburbs?
Right.
yeah, in the suburbs or something.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Uh, well, I'm curious to hear who your next one is, so let's proceed. Next, we have the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in Twins double feature. What would you pair with this movie? Erica, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with another Steven Spielberg classic and just throw out E.T.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, while it's not my favorite, obviously, I wanna say, I don't know. There's so many that he's done where it's just brilliant, but it's another like fun family kind of little bit lighter in the sense where it's not really like a horror or anything like that, but it's just another really nice storytelling done by Steven Spielberg that again, like age just is a great movie like overall. Like you can't really go wrong with
I
ET.
mean, you've got a creature that you don't fully understand. I mean, that's a
Mhm.
parallel. A bit more emotional
Yeah,
than scary. But I remember as a kid being pretty freaked out by ET, like
I
the way
mean
he
fair.
shoots it and everything. There's some pretty freaky spots. Adrian, what do you got?
So I got another like shark movie that terrified me, kept me out of the water. I was even rewatching it with my wife, and she was like, "What would we do?" And I was like, "Pff, I wouldn't even be in that situation in the first place." Is Open Water. Came out in
Sure. Okay.
Fair.
2003. They just go scuba diving, and some mishaps happen, and the boat leaves them, and they're in the middle of the
Mm,
ocean at some coral reef, and they're just floating for 24 hours plus. Um, that one
terrifying.
I would never go scuba diving and just be like, I'm
Yeah.
putting my head under the water and the boat could just disappear.
What a horror. Yeah. 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 So I'm going with another Steven Spielberg movie also. Erica, you'll appreciate this. It's a creature horror, but it's on land, and that's Jurassic Park. It's
Yeah.
kind of its spiritual sequel in itself, right? Like again, they're creatures we don't fully understand, and they're wild animals, and just terror in proper Spielberg fashion ensues. I
Mhm.
try the movies I have back here. I try to switch up when I remember to make it on theme. And I was like, oh, I wonder what Steven Spielberg movies I have. Dude, I only have like Catch Me If You Can. He's on Letterboxd. If you look at my stats, he's the director I've seen the most movies with 22 films, and I only own one of them. I gotta fix that. I gotta
Yeah,
fix
that's
that.
crazy.
Um, I don't even have Jurassic
I
Park.
own
I
more
gotta.
than
I get.
you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, let's see. Get your display up. Let's show it off.
Are those
Let's show it
DVDs?
off.
I can't. I mean, I don't have space, guys.
No, this is my grandpa's painting.
That counts. It makes up for it. Yeah, show that off.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Let's
Look
go.
at you guys.
It is absolutely, absolutely. Let's get into our awards. The first award, the Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman, big mistake, huge. What's the biggest nitpick? Adrian, your hot take was kind of one, but do you have something else?
Yeah, I got a nitpick. When they kill Bruce and he's like banging on him with the compressed air, he's holding the
Mm,
actual like handle gauge part and he's hitting him with the flat
mm,
round part, bam. And then it gets stuck in his mouth with the handle part out. But then when he shoots him, it's reversed and the handle part's in his mouth and he shoots the butt end of it,
nice.
with a big target. drives me insane.
Steven Spielberg has done plenty of things like that throughout his films. There's a couple in Jurassic Park. There's a couple
even in this movie, there's certain scenes where like the hatchet is in the boat, and then we come back to that spot of the boat, and it's not there. Like
it's not there.
The one I had is during that town meeting when we meet Quint, and he scrapes his fingers on the chalk, and there's like the drawing of a man eating a shark. Before he gets there, we see the chalkboard, and that drawing's not there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like within a quick flash of a minute, there's now a drawing, and there's Quint, you know, there's stuff like that. Erica, did you have anything else?
I just get annoyed with that. The fact that old ass grandma is that her son or is that her grandson?
She said that's
I think it's her did she say that's my son?
That's my son. So like that's my biggest nitpick is like, why the fuck you doing that to that old lady? Like,
how old do you think she is there?
She probably had this kid when she was like in her 50s. So if the kid's 10, she's probably early 60s.
Yeah.
And even take 10 years off of that, and it's still too old.
Hey, first of all, Erica, my mother had me at 42. All right. So that's what I was trying to see how
so much about
so
you.
much. Moving on. The John Leguizamo, this movie needs a Latin award.
You can't come at me with that and then not expect me to.
Yeah, no, I expected to set you up with the layup. John Leguizamo, this movie needs a Latin award. Who's a Latin actor you'd like to add?
See, this is where it's tough too, because I don't want to add a Latin character just for the sake of having to add one, right? So think if
that's the whole point of this category, Erica.
I know.
We need more representation.
So I think of like maybe this is I'm gonna see what you guys say, but my recommendation would be like it's another neighbor. It's like his neighbor that also is, being like they have kids the same age, so they're like panicking about the same things and stuff like that. But you see them in a very like, okay, that means we're no longer going to the beach anymore, because that's a very like a Mexican thing to do or a Latin thing to do is be like, okay,
right.
People died. We're not going anymore. You know what I mean? Like, or like you're not leaving if you're not blessed or something as they leave the house.
Sure, get the holy water. Get the holy water. Mine's along those lines, but Adrian, you mentioned you had one for this.
I do, and it's along those lines. Nothing against Lorraine Gary, but I think Ellen Brody's character was underutilized. It needed a little more spice and like Hispanic, like a Sofia Vergara, like going crazy. Like hell no, my kid's not gonna be in a boat. Like when she looks and sees like the book he's reading about the shark biting through the boat, and she screams at him like, "Oh, I need a little more spice."
When I had the first horror comedy.
Yeah.
First of all, I know. First of all, okay. I don't know how many times we've done these goddamn podcasts. We're not replacing someone with the Latin. We mentioned that a couple anniversaries ago. So we're just adding someone because the recasting is the replacing, right?
Yeah,
sure. But it's okay. Sofia Vergara also would have been 3 years old when this movie came out, but that's okay too.
Right.
That's fair. Okay, so we're circling, no pun intended, around the same kind of idea. I had Rita Moreno, who gained fame after she won her Oscar from West Side Story in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
She plays Ellen Brody's like friend, right? And maybe she has kids, and she again is like that, like you said, Latin mother, and is like, nope, how do you even have a boat for your kids? Like, hell no. And
or
I think
she's like a bruja that's like trying to keep everybody safe by doing rituals and stuff.
Just a spiritual element
like
to
that's
it.
the only reason why Chief Brody's kids survive is because before they left that day, like she made sure they had like
a prayer,
a blessing or a talisman on them or something. I think that would be funny.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for our sins. Yeah. Okay, great. We got Rita Moreno in the Samwise Gamgee Most Underrated Character Award. I'll open with this one because
his youngest
Adrian
son.
I thought that too. I did think about that.
Mm-hmm. One of the most important scenes in the whole movie.
When the shark goes into goes after
No,
them?
when he's mimicking Brody,
The
when they're
dad.
in the kitchen and he's like and then he has, like, his kid. It's like this, like, really
That's cute.
really
That's cute.
vulnerable moment where, like, he can pause and just enjoy his kid being a kid instead of having to worry about whether or not he's gonna be in the water when another attack happens. Like, I don't know, I just really like that. I think
That's
they
fair.
utilize him
That's
and
fair.
his cuteness very well.
Adrian, did you have someone else or someone different?
No, I think
No.
Ellen Brody was like both, like a dual-edged sword.
Underrated.
Like not because they just didn't write enough for the character. Like I feel like the mom should,
Mhm.
be like, hell no, especially if he doesn't get in the water. Like he's just running back and forth on the beach. Like, nah, the mom should have been like, get the hell out of my way,
Yeah.
chocolate power,
He's not gonna be the
Like,
one
get
that's
over
jumping into the
here.
water
Said
to
she
save
was
them. She probably is.
Chunk of power. She was played by, like you mentioned, Lorraine Gary. It's starting early, Erica. You're breaking up, but it's okay. We're gonna ride with it. Your audio
Mom,
is
get
gonna
off the
come through on the other
Wi-Fi.
side. Yeah. Are you back?
Am I delayed?
No, now you're good. You're a little choppy. Choppy waters, and she's gone.
Baby,
I know
come
you
back.
I know it's funny because on the edit, I always see like if she jumps off, she's still there. We just can't see her, and it's picking her up. So it's picking you up, Erica, but we can't see you. So give it another try. So yeah, I was gonna say, you know who she reminded me of, Adrian, the mom. She reminded me of Lois on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of looks like her, similar, kind of like she's kind of funny.
Lois would have been nice.
Like to take her in that time,
like a tough love.
Sure. Yeah. They shared a similar kind of energy, not as goofy, but I kept seeing her. Okay, should we wait for Erica? There you are.
She's back.
Great job.
Okay. It's weird though because
And now you're crystal clear.
I know, but it's weird because every time that, like, it's me and, like, when my stuff goes bad, I'm the one who always freezes, and I can tell that I'm not, but this time it was like both of you froze at the same time, so I could, like, hear everything that you were saying, but your things weren't moving, so I was trying to, like, tell you guys things. I was like, "I'm still here." But you guys couldn't hear me.
That's why, like, when I edit this, it's always funny because, like, it can still work. We just don't know what you're saying, like, live on the call, But anyways,
I was
here
like,
you are. Yeah. It's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, we are now. So I agree. Well, let's give it to the youngest kid. What did you say his name was?
So in
Sean
is his character's name. His name is Jay Mello.
What a name.
I don't know.
Name. Oh,
if he's Hispanic,
it's two L's.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't think so, but fair enough. Let's go on to the daughter in Hereditary. Oh shit! Moment
when he's chucking the bait. Like, that's the best. Like, it's so perfect. Oh shit moment.
Yeah.
Like, and oh shit.
Apparently, two things that we're gonna need a bigger boat line was improvised.
And it's
Roy
not
Schreider
weird.
just came. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Erica. You're gonna need a bigger boat was improvised. And two, when it was first, like, I think Spielberg showed it to like test audiences, and they were so shocked by Bruce showing up that like they missed that line, so they extended that bit a little bit longer so they could recover
the gap between it.
Yeah, the gap between the shark and that line, they extended like some time so
yeah,
because
he like backs up a couple steps
slowly.
And then he's in the frame with Hooper and I always forget his name. I always want to say something else.
Quint?
Yeah, but I I don't know why I always want to say quaint, but I know it's not quaint.
Hey now. No, Quint.
Yeah, but then they come back into the shot, and that's when he's like, "You're gonna need a bigger boat." Yeah.
That's a good one. I thought of that. I also thought of when Quint dies, because at that point the three of them have survived. They're living, and like the way he dies is so like dramatic.
Yeah,
like, oh, it's tough.
I think
but
all of the horror, scary parts to it, I think were all very good oh shit moments.
So
yeah.
100%.
I'm taking the
yeah,
oh
go
shit
ahead.
moment a different way because it was like more of like I don't know. The one I had was when the mom comes up and just slaps him. That was like an oh shit moment because one, the mayor's standing right there, and and the mayor is the reason why it happened. He wanted to shut the beaches down. He's the one getting all the blame. That was oh shit moment. It's kind of messed up that she was like trying to just tell him like my son is dead. My son is dead.
Steve Brody could have said no.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, but I think we got to go with one of the shark action scenes, and we'll go with the chum because
yeah.
it kind of comes out of nowhere.
It's kind of the best scene in the movie, like low key. That's like, that's probably the best scene in the movie. To be honest, like you see Bruce, you see all the main characters on the boat. His reaction is like genuine and tasteless.
The explosion. Yeah.
But
I also do like when they're singing at night together. That's
an incredible scene when they're comparing scars.
Such a well done scene.
Showing scars, they're singing, and it's like such a roller coaster of emotion. And like, so a fun fact, and I'll get to this with the IMDb trivia, but it comes to mind because you mentioned it. Robert Shaw, who plays Quint, was a troubled alcoholic. Like he would drink in between shots and whatever. And when they first did that shot, he wanted to drink because he's supposed to be like drunk at that time. Like they're drunk and drinking, and like it was just unusable. And then Robert Shaw came back to Spielberg the next day and like apologized and I'm gonna do it sober. And they ended up shooting that scene in one take and like fucking crushed it. So great scene. I think we'll give it to the chumming scene though. That's good. That's the oh shit moment. Speaking of which, the Rocky Balboa gut punch award, most emotional scene.
That's what I
now.
have.
Let me tell you
that scene.
The USS Indianapolis story.
Oh, really?
The singing, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. That doesn't like gut you.
It does, but let me tell you this: watching it in the theater with a crowd full of people, the climax when Brody is shooting his gun and it's sinking and everything, and he's on his last shot. And he does the whole smile, you son of a boom, shoots the gun. Like, even talking about it, I'm getting goosebumps. Smile, you son of a... The whole theater just erupts in like applause, and it's like so fucking perfect of a climax.
But it's not gut wrenching.
It's most emotional. Like I'm saying, it's emotional gut. No. All right. You're right. I'll concede.
Just hearing him talk about like just the story, I think, and it's not even just the story, it's how Hooper reacts for me because he knows the story, right? So he's heard of what happened, but Chief Brody is still like, like what? Like, what are you talking about? And like the moment of realization for Hooper when you're just like, I think that just like drops your stomach to the ground. And you're like, oh shit, like this guy has been through it,
He's been through it. Yeah. And I mean, the ultimate scar, right, is like to talk about that. It's like, oh, it's not funny anymore. It's like, oh, this is serious.
And I didn't realize they had tattoo removal then.
What do you mean? Because he talks about getting it removed,
yeah,
right?
So they're like, what's that scar? And he says, oh, tattoo removed. And they were like, well, what was it? And that's when he says it was the USS Indianapolis. So I thought that was odd.
Tattoos and tattoo removal has been around for centuries. It just hasn't been as advanced as it is now.
Erica's History Corner. All right, let's go on to the Coleman Domingo.
Don't put that on
I do gotta say, we're only one episode into season 2, and we already got another notch on one of Erica's belt.
Yeah, science, history, physics. I love it.
I can't.
All right, so we have the Coleman Domingo Best Dressed Award. Who do you have as the best dressed in Jaws?
There's this one swimsuit that the wife wears that's like super hot and cute, but I don't really know about.
I mean, the mayor has some snazzy suits.
He
Adrian, you love
does.
suits. You love a good suit.
Yeah, and those are some like Craig Seeger type suits, you know.
Shout out Craig. Rest in peace. Well, okay. I'll just throw Quint in as a nominee. I mean, just his brown cap, brown jacket, and he's got
It's
like a blue.
So a fisherman of him.
Yeah, and he's got his he's got his
like
fisherman's gloves when he's fishing. And then even the scene where he ends up dying, like he looks great with the bandana around his head.
And blood comes out of his mouth.
Well, before that part, but it still it all looks good. So I'd say Quint, but Erica, you could be the tiebreaker between Mayor Vaughn or Quint for best dressed.
Why do you guys do this to me?
Well, because you picked Ellen and it was one scene, you know.
Yeah,
so.
fair. I'm gonna go with the mayor.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Then Quint's gonna win.
I'm the same way with Adrian though. There's nothing like a good suit to like reaffirm that you're just like a shitty mayor.
Yeah,
you
for
know
sure.
What I mean?
For sure.
It's the illusion.
Like, oh, you're that much of a douchebag that you can wear that suit.
It's a nice suit from all the dirty money that he's accepted.
Like they say in another Steven Spielberg movie, you know why the Yankees always win the pennant? Because of the pinstripes, you know what I mean? The other team can't stop looking at the pinstripes. New director, who's a director whose version we would have liked to have seen? I'll open up and just say it's really hard to imagine anyone else than Spielberg. I mean, this movie was the first summer blockbuster ever. I'll get into that with IMDb Trivia.
Especially in 1975. Yeah.
Especially in 1975. And there was like limited release. Like it wasn't widespread as far as the amount of theaters. Excuse me. But all that, if I had to pick someone, there's a lot of homage or inspiration from Alfred Hitchcock. Like this has some Hitchcock energy and vibes where like Bruce, I think I read, and I'll get to
4
it,
minutes
but
or something.
He's only on screen for 4 minutes. Yeah. And like Hitchcock would do a lot of that with like his villain or something, like would keep the real villain kind of in the shadows. So I think this is very much Hitchcock coded. Do you guys have anyone else?
Hitchcock could be cool. You know, it's really hard because especially nowadays, particularly in horror, everybody kind of already has like their signature of like what they do, and I kind of don't want to see anybody else's signature on this. You know what I mean?
That's
like
fair.
I don't really need a plot twist. I do like that it is Hitchcock coded. I do think that. I mean, with Birds especially, like I think he'd do even if he made it a silent film, I think he could still do like a really good job of like not having the iconic like tone of it and just like visually the swimming or the ocean, the water as it's gliding through. Like I think he could probably do a lot with that, a lot with just ocean sounds in order to terrify.
Shout out Rebecca that I have back here, my favorite Hitchcock movie. If you guys haven't seen it. Pretty dope. Talk about like a lot of horror just in like the tone and visualization, and it's good.
The story of Rebecca is just phenomenal. So
Erica, you impress me sometimes just so much. You've seen Rebecca? That's so great.
Oh
Adrian,
yeah,
you gotta
Why do you
check
assume
it
that
out.
I haven't seen it?
You haven't fucking seen it. Have you seen it?
I have not, but why? Why do you assume that I haven't?
Because it's older. I don't feel like you watch a lot of older movies. All right, Jaws is about as old as it gets. All right, last award. See, here we go. You got me all foggy again. Yeah, I really can't see, guys. If you don't need glasses, God bless you. Because holy hell. Okay, 1 second.
You should have taken Hooper's glasses.
Yeah, just wrap them around. Yeah. And the Oscar goes to, who would you give an Oscar to in this movie? Well, it did win. It did win 3 Oscars, right? Let's just set the tone here. It won for sound, it won for editing, and it won for music. Our boy John Williams. Now, it before I looked this up, I was like, how did it not win A, Best Director, or B, Best Picture?
And you saw who it was up against.
Yeah, I mean, dude, what a year! What a fucking year! So for Best Picture, the winner was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. One of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
We might have to figure out a way to do an episode on it because I fucking love it. And then for director, Milos Forman, the director of that one also. So Spielberg should have at least had been nominated, in my opinion. But at the same time, you had Stanley Kubrick for Barry Lyndon. You had Sidney Lumet for Dog Day Afternoon.
You had
another
a
one I want to
lot.
do. Robert Altman, Federico Fellini. So, you know, it was stacked. And this was like before Spielberg became Spielberg. So maybe he didn't really have that cred at that point. But I mean, fuck, what a year. 50 years ago, movies fucking kicked ass.
Yeah.
All right. So who do we give one Oscar to if we had to?
I mean,
the music. It would have to go with the music. That's
John
still
Williams.
iconic.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na. Like every time you're in a pool. Da-na-na-na.
You're doing a different song, but that's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's literally only two
chords or two
keys
notes
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it progresses,
well, and the
obviously.
fact that like you hear it in Close Encounters of
Eyes
the
Wide
Third
Shut.
Kind.
And Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
It's the same too. Yeah. For sure. Okay, we'll give it to John Williams. I just gotta say,
I should have made that my double feature. I fucking love that movie.
Which one?
Another
Close
alien
Encounter?
movie, but Close Encounters of the
Close
Third
Encounter.
Kind.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I love that movie.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was actually Spielberg's next movie.
I wouldn't be able to know that.
Yeah. Let's presume that's true. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I just gotta say, Robert Shaw, in my mind, should have gotten Academy recognition. Like, he is pitching a no-hitter this whole movie. Like, he, from when he first gets on the screen to his death scene, like,
You're
he
just
brings
so
such energy.
invested in him. You're so invested in his story, his journey. Like, you want him to survive.
Yeah. I mean, he, you know, in real life, like I said, was alcoholic and had some demons. And unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, I think he died like 4 years after Jaws released. So just shout out to Robert Shaw. I can't imagine anyone else playing this role and delivering the way he did. Like, I bought it. Like he is Quint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some quick IMDb trivia. Let's go to that. I'm going to run through, dude, when I look, Adrian, it sounds like you kind of looked this up too. There's like over 300 pieces of trivia on IMDb for this movie.
And
I had
out of curiosity, I don't know if either of you have seen it, but it came out on Netflix where they did like these films, like the making of and all of that stuff. And Jaws was one of them. And it's absolutely wonderful to watch. I highly recommend if you have seen the movie, want to kind of see the background of it. Has a lot of that trivia stuff in it, even though we're going to go over it, but it's definitely something I highly recommend to watch.
It looks like it's available. Jaws at 50, the definitive inside story, is on Disney Plus, ironically enough. So check that out. But I'm gonna run through some of this, some of the ones that stood out to me. When composer John Williams originally played the score for Steven Spielberg laughed and said, "That's funny, John, really. But what did you really have in mind for the theme of Jaws?" Spielberg later stated that without Williams' score, the movie would only have been half as successful. And according to Williams, it jump-started his career, which obviously they collaborated in so many movies later.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's just iconic. According to Steven Spielberg, the prop arm that they use when they find it on the beach looked too fake in the scene where Chrissy remains are discovered. So instead, they buried a female crew member in the sand with only her arm exposed. Roy Scheider ad-libbed, "You're going to need a bigger boat." Over 67 million people in the U.S. went to see this film when it initially was released in 1975. That's just under a third of the country's total population at the time, making it the first summer blockbuster. A third of the U.S. population.
And it did really, I mean, it was in theaters this past weekend. It did really well. A bunch of people went back to go see this movie, and it makes you so happy and so excited to hear that.
100%. 100%. Though respected as an actor, Robert Shaw's trouble with alcohol was a frequent source of tension during filming. In later interviews, Roy Scheider described his co-star as a perfect gentleman when he was sober. All he needed was one drink, and he turned into a competitive son of a bitch. Shaw was having a drink between takes, and he even said, "I wish I could quit drinking." To the surprise and horror of the crew, Richard Dreyfuss grabbed Shaw's glass and tossed it into the ocean, much to Shaw's chagrin. Shaw allegedly bullied Dreyfuss for the rest of the shoot, offering him $1,000 to climb the 70-foot mast and jump into the ocean, calling Dreyfuss a coward whenever he refused. On one day, Shaw sprayed him with a fire hose, causing an enraged Dreyfuss to storm off, saying, "That's it. I don't want to work with you anymore. Go fuck yourself." When it came time to shoot the famous USS Indianapolis scene, Shaw attempted to do monologue while intoxicated. I talked about that. Later apologized and ended up doing the take with an electrifying performance in one take. Wild. Composer John Williams conducted the orchestra during the 1976 Academy Awards. So when it was announced that he won for Best Score, he had run up to the podium, accept his Oscar, and then return back to continue conducting the orchestra. What a fucking gangster. Oh, I gotta go get my award.
So much. He's done so much.
And this was kind of like the beginning of it, you know? So
I got to see him. I got to see him at the Hollywood Bowl, and it was phenomenal. Well, because like he doesn't do the whole thing anymore. Doesn't have it in him anymore, unfortunately.
I mean, he's pretty old.
There was another composer who started out, did a few things, all that kind of stuff, and then he came out and did Star Wars. He did Jurassic Park. He did because I believe he did the theme song for Harry Potter, but not the rest of the stuff. But everything, literally everything. The Godfather, like everything. Everything came out.
The Olympics fucking score.
Yeah.
Like,
the Olympics, Friday Night Football, like literally everything you could think of.
We're so lucky to have lived in his time period. We mentioned Bruce the Shark was only 4 minutes of screen time. So Jaws in 1975 only opened on 490 screens. Within 78 days, it had become the highest grossing film of all time. Even then, however, it still wasn't showing. Even then, it was showing in less than 1,000 screens. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And I think we've mentioned this before, or maybe we just talked about it, but like this movie, it's a summer movie. It's about the 4th of July weekend, everything. They released this movie July 1st.
Yeah. Perfect.
Perfect. I would have been terrible. That would have been the worst 4th of July ever.
I think it was the wide release was July 1st, and that initial release was June 20th. But nonetheless, it's the beginning of summer.
Yeah,
so,
still, like,
totally.
If you saw that movie and you had ocean plans, I would no longer have ocean plans.
I would not be surfing. Yeah, no thanks.
Well, that's a great segue to during the crowded beach scenes, you know, the extras that were on the movie were all like locals to Martha's Vineyard there.
Mm-hmm.
But during that scene with the crowded beach, extras weren't told what they would be doing or what the film was about. When Chief Brody started shouting about the shark in the water, the panicked reaction from the beachgoers was completely genuine.
That's fucked.
They thought there was an actual shark in the water.
People were just getting trampled.
Yeah, look out.
Kudos for them for the camera work, for getting like actual genuine
capturing it.
Yeah. Like people were legit getting trampled and getting pushed down. That's terrible.
You can't get that reaction on a take 2. You know what I mean? Like you got to get everything.
All right, psych, guys. Let's start that again.
Do it again. Yeah. And then just last one, because I thought it was kind of funny. Cuban leader Fidel Castro praised the film as a depiction of capitalism's disregard for human life because of Mayor Vaughn wanted to keep the beach open.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, it's accurate.
He's not wrong. Jaws, 50 years old, 1975, still slaps, still hits. What a great movie. I think this is obviously like one that you can return to anytime you want a good scripted movie, a good produced movie, a good directed movie. Jaws is great. Anything else you guys want to mention about Jaws before we wrap up?
Yeah, I had another no-fly zone that I thought of as you were talking.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Whether he just like smoking on the ferry, the mayor, and he just throws it in the water. You
Oh,
jerk
yeah, red
face.
flag.
I wanted to headbutt this guy.
We should have known he could do
The
shit like that.
the mayor's smoking in a hospital, throwing his butt in the fucking ocean. Just
It might have even been
no
Brody too,
bueno.
throwing a butt in the ocean.
Might have.
Killing the dolphins out here.
Well, nonetheless, that's a wrap for our first episode of season 2. As I mentioned in our last episode, the last episode of season 1, things are going to be a little funny with our schedule. I'm off to TIFF on Sunday, so this comes out Friday. So in a couple days, I'll be in Toronto covering TIFF.
Are you excited to be back in
reviews.
Toronto?
It's so different. I have no time to like see people, which is really shitty. And everyone works too, so like when I do have gaps, they're at work, so that's kind of shitty. But I was there last year. Shout out to everyone in Toronto. Love you guys. You're my second family. But this trip is like, dude, I'm doing 20. What was it? I think I'm doing 27 movies like on the ground in Toronto. I have some screeners that I need to watch before I leave and write reviews on that. So the plan is every movie I'm going to try to write a review. Going to have an instant reaction on TikTok and Instagram. So make sure to follow us, Seen This Pod, on all our socials. And then I'm going to have some filmmaker interviews, as well as a filmmaker and lead actress for one of the movies I actually really enjoyed, but we'll get to that. And those will release as our episodes for next Monday and next Friday. And then I'll come back and we'll catch up, see what we've all been watching. I'll give you my highlights of TIFF. And then we were talking about doing an anniversary episode for
The Sound of Music.
Finally, Erica's getting her movie, which is going to be in theaters this month. So check that out.
If you haven't seen it, go see it in theaters. It's totally worth it.
I really hope I like it, Erica. I really do, because you've
swear
really
to God,
hyped it up.
Don't like it. I think we need to reevaluate going forward.
This podcast. Fair enough.
Don't
Follow
know
us
if I
on
can
all our
look at you the same
socials.
way.
Seen This Pod, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, Letterbox. Send us an email so Erica can shit on you. seenthisemail@gmail.com. Check out everything on our website. That's where these tip reviews are going to be coming in. Again, I'm going to try to write a review for each day I'm there on the movies I saw that day. So a lot of action going to be coming out of there. 4 hours of sleep. Who needs sleep? Sleep when you're dead. But follow us across everything. Check out our website.
Please stay hydrated.
Apple Music. Sorry, I shall. I'll have water. Apple Podcast, YouTube, and
Spotify.
Adrian, you're slacking on your Spotify. Yeah,
I was letting her handle it with the lift.
fair enough. But until then, I'll see you guys in Toronto, and stay safe.
Peace.